Long Beach City College has been here and serving this community for over 80 years, and that's a wonderful legacy, but the buildings that were originally constructed to serve the community have now reached an age where it's very difficult to continue to increase the capacity and serve our students in the way we want to serve them.
City colleges are an integral part of the communities they serve and rely on public support to provide quality education. To keep pace with teaching students the skills necessary today, Long Beach City College needed to improve its learning environment. In a show of community support, the citizens of Long Beach approved 2 bond campaigns to allow the City College to embark on a much-needed master renovation plan that runs through 2020. The master plan includes construction of 15 large-scale buildings and upgrading existing buildings to a shared energy grid supported by 2 new central plants, one on each campus. In 2002, Long Beach City College planners knew they needed a technology partner to share their vision to create a solution that is energy efficient and sustainable for generations. They turned to Siemens, who had been a long-time partner in other successful projects for higher education.
The Siemens approach was from the beginning is kind of just don't focus on the RFP, look at for the long term, what is it the value that Siemens bring to the college. We spend a lot of time doing value engineering for them. We also give them suggestions to do it more efficiently, at less cost, and more effectively.
One very important aspect of the relationship that we do have with the Siemens Corporation is their expertise and experience in producing central plants of this size and making them fit into the campus dynamics of change. It's so important to understand how changes are going to demand flexibility out of your ultimate design, and therefore that has to be a part of what it is that you ultimately put in place.
Siemens continues to help us see where the technology is going, what we should anticipate, and when we get there, introduce us to solutions that we may not have seen 5 years ago when we first started planning. So that continuity, that broad spectrum of knowledge of the industry really helps us be more effective in our planning and ultimately in our construction of our buildings.
So we're digging up the campus. We have an infrastructure program that is going to provide about 5 miles of new piping and will provide new chilled water systems for all of the buildings that we want to connect it to. We've now created a loop system which allows us, once it is connected, to be able to shut certain segments of this system off and tie in new buildings to that particular piping system without interfering of the service to other areas of the campus. We're working with Siemens on an energy efficiency project which allows this particular vendor to go into some of our older buildings and modify, make changes, upgrades to the existing old mechanical systems, and then put them in a position where they can be attached to that new loop system, thereby utilizing the chilled water that is provided here through the central plant at a reduced rate on our energy grid.
Having an energy efficient campus was a key goal, but what the management at Long Beach City College had a vision is to utilize their bond dollars to build an infrastructure that will last for the generations to come, not to rely on old technology. Go out there, use that money to the point that they had the biggest return for the students and the staff and the community. So building the central plants was the genesis of all that.
We've installed the central plants. We've hooked up some of our buildings to the central plants. We've changed some of our lighting. We have significantly seen a drop in our energy rates. The target goal of energy efficiency is to reduce our energy consumption by 35%.
At the end of the day, I can always tell them, we can do that. At Siemens, we provide the total solution to these customers, and that's the winning advantage.
Given the state of California and the budget crisis, every dollar that we can save from operations, we can put that dollar into the classroom, into teaching and learning where it belongs.